Hell yeah. Welcome back to Ain't Jaded Yet, because I ain't jaded yet. Today's installment will be Pretty Lights in Bethel Woods, New York. Hell yeah. First non-fish review coming to you. Here we go. Pretty Lights. Alright, so it's not like I had never seen Derek Vincent Smith, aka Pretty Lights, before, but it had been a long minute, like a decade. A few things happened in between, you know. My first show was Bonnaroo, 2009. One of the small tents, maybe like daylight still almost. Main takeaways I had were I was rocking a Carmelo Syracuse jersey. I'm from Syracuse, so that like I'm gonna stick around for a minute, see what's up, and I fucking got down. But you know, early years. Anyway, started listening from then on. He came back to Bonnaroo, I think a few years later, just around when I stopped hitting Bonnaroo. And was always a fan. Remember, I think there was a track on the SSX snowboarding video game. You know what I mean? I had a few of his tracks on my downhill skiing mix that I would play in my ears when I would ski for many years. Always had a few tracks. Anyway, never not a fan, but time goes by. I go more into the jam scene, get a little bit addicted to fish. Little. Anyway, moving on. What I'm learning is, from my experience this past weekend, the parallels between the fish crowd and the Pretty Lights crowd are pretty light, if you know what I mean. We're talking Pretty Lights is maybe my genre of music in general. Because, man, the love through the roof. At Gianna G Pottery, that's GIANNAGPOTTERY. My little sister makes mugs. I think I might influence her to create some Pretty Lights mugs after this past weekend, for real. I mean, we got the drips going. Can you imagine like some bright oranges and reds and like a sweet PL right here? Just cooking up ideas for her, you know? So, if you're new to the format, it's a pretty free-flowing stream of consciousness, as one of my friends, Tony, said after my first clip. He's like, I'll check out a JP stream of consciousness video any day of the week. So I'm like, all right. So all I needed was one taker. And I'm having fun. And I got a lot to say about live music experiences, especially like a day or two after. Had time to process and unpack and unload and defragment that hard drive up there just a smidge so that things are clear from the experience, you know. It's hard to take in when there's that much energy. And I gotta say, Mondegreen, Pretty Lights, Bethel Fest, Swirlstock, you know, you name it what that was last weekend. High energy. Good kind. Some would say palpable. Alright, yo, so I don't take a whole lot of notes, but I usually get like the set lists lined up, at least prior to me discussing a live music event. I'm going to go through the entire Pretty Lights weekend in this video, primarily because tomorrow morning I'm going down to Philly to see King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard for the first time in my life. Checking bucket list items off left and right here. So, back to Pretty Lights. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do this just because of the Fish Fest the week before. Cost, energy in my literal physical tank. Like, I ran a marathon last weekend. But I rested up this week. I found cheap AF tickets down in the pit for Pretty Lights. So I went. And I ended up driving some homies. And they had a place to crash. So I just sent it. Such a good choice. Of course, things are lining up. Hats off to everyone this past weekend. Pretty Lights got a little extra drip on the hat now. Gotta ask I gotta thank Johnny for rocking it all weekend and returning it safely with more flair. I mean, come on now, we're working with some shit. Also, new sticky up here. Thank you, the Illuminators. That tent was a vibe, yo. Hung out with y'all a couple times. Thank you for that. Gotta add to the walls. Plenty to add. Let's get to some meat and potatoes of what was going on this weekend at Pretty Lights, right? So, get to the show on Friday, and it's I gotta say, the first set, it's a vibe. Everyone's very excited. Especially anyone I see with some sweet Pretty Lights drip on that I know is like unique, probably fan made very, very well. I just know that's the hardcore of the hardcore. But my main goal Friday, I guess I didn't know this, but it wasn't really to sit still and vibe up close where I had tickets, because a lot of my friends were up back in the lawn, and you could see, the space. I didn't predict a huge number of people there, but let's just say they should come back there and do that again. I think that number goes up because it's kind of an ideal place for something like that. Mountain Jam back in 2019, and it wasn't Mountain Jam, but goddamn, that was a vibe. I saw Fish there a couple summers ago. I missed Fish there this year, but went to Montegreen. So everything's lining up. All right, so Friday, rolling to Pretty Lights. A little bit early, around 6 or so. The other DJ stage is kind of like winding down, I think, at this point. I didn't even see anybody up there spinning or anything, but they're playing stuff there. Everyone's kind of meandering towards the main stage. It said 8 o'clock start time, but just like everybody, they a little later. But I gotta say, 15, 20 minutes after start time, that ain't the 45 or 50 that Fish and Goose pull off every, Pardon. All right, so Friday, things are kicking off. They come on out, and I did acquire some set lists from this past weekend. I gotta say, what the fuck, man? I didn't need to look them up, almost. I kind of wanted to know a few of the tracks that I recognized and hit me. It's still too hot. And, because that was really what stood out was, everybody got a little bit of what they wanted or needed in their life, and stuff that they didn't know that they wanted or needed in their life. All 4 sets of Pretty Lights was that. But we're starting out with things, and I don't know, I gotta say, novice level as far as tracks and set lists and everything about this, because it had been a decade since I've seen this, and I had a good feeling that I'd be into it, but it hit me on a soul level by the end of it. It was a progressive thing. It connected me deeper and deeper and deeper to it. I was picking up vibes Friday. Set list or set break. I walked around and I literally asked people yo, you in it? How you feeling? Are you hardcore? And a lot of hardcore fans were just, they were swirled already. They were swirling. This is some terminology that I'm into, you know what I mean? It's kind of like feeling free. It's kind of like setting your soul free. It's kind of like my sticker, actually. There's some swirl action in it. A little bit, We're setting our soul free. We got the set your soul free swirling around. Colors are coming out. Same thing at Pretty Lights, you know what I mean? So we're swirling early, but in that first set, things that I actually recognized were not any. I look at this, sunshine coming through. Always shining bright despite the plight, new heights, bump and hustle. So what I'll be doing is right now I'm going back to day one on the stream. By the way, y'all know how to stream. Talk about some rewatchable video. I had to stop myself from watching the entire Red Rock stream because I wanted some of it to be fresh to me when I went this past weekend. Glad I did, but guess what? I got content from this tour, from previous Pretty Lights tours on YouTube. Thank you for streaming like absolute champions. So the fact that I didn't pay, laser attention on Friday means I can go back and watch that stream and pay attention to the shit that I didn't see or catch, Anyway, set break, day one, good vibe, still chill. In my head, I'm saying things like, I think that was just like scratching the surface of what we're about to get into this weekend. I think I was right. Nah, I know I was. Anyway, so we get, I love how you guys put like the hoodies and the hats in your set list, like the style. Good job. Like seriously, I'll get to the part where I made that closer to the style. I already got a whole bunch of shit on Etsy like favorited. Y'all's style is woo, love it. Love it. All right, so we get going in the second set, day one. Oh, here we go. We got Ask Your Friends. The Time Has Come. Omega Children. Again, I don't even know. I mean, Hot Like Dimes, that I heard of. You know what I mean? But we got things going through all and out, But one thing I'm noticing is he's always teasing shit that like, or maybe it's the scratcher. It's team effort out there, obviously. But they're playing some things like in and out that I do recognize. Little bits, things here and there. And obviously, you're going to sing along to Country Roads, where Woodstock was. Pfft, sorry, I just turned the AC down a smidge. It's hot here. Just a smidge. Step into the freezer. Okay. So yeah, I can't like give my professional setlist opinion, but playing off of a whole vibe, Friday was a chill build towards some awesomeness. Some things I've read is that a lot of the Pretty Lights fandom are saying second set Friday was the shit. Okay. All of it was the shit, but like I'm looking forward to watching the stream of the last hour from Friday pretty intently, just because every time I went down towards the front, it wasn't so full that I couldn't get in there, but I was like, do I really want to get stuck here and then I'll not hang out with that group of friends up there, and that group of friends up there is only going to be here Fridays, so I want to see them and vibe out with them. So I scurried around all throughout the venue on Friday and picked up a lot of good vibes. No complaints whatsoever. But one thing, okay, yeah, this is the set list from night one that I saw that was helpful, because I saw things like Odessa remixed. Right, because I know some Odessa shit, like, but yeah, I mean, oh yeah, Pink Floyd. Yeah, the Pink Floyd shit right at the end. That's what we're talking about. You know what I mean? Like, things that everyone knows. Pink Floyd, Fly Like an Eagle. Okay, yeah. So, of course, I'm recognizing things all throughout day one. But I never got glued to one spot. And I feel like it's very important, especially with screens, the video, the audio, to be in a place for Pretty Lights where you can vibe out stationary. But I think I was still in Bumblebee, Hummingbird, Butterfly mode from the week before at Fish, where I just go gathering energy from every inch of the venue, from every style of dance, from every type of person, that it's just like, I have to do it sometimes. Don't worry, I settled in at one point, but it's not till night two. All right. Moving on. All right, so we're gonna go to night two, because, I mean, the whole thing was great, but yeah, as you can see, we're not flowing smoothly right this second. We're gonna get there. We're gonna go through during my set break of day one to day two. You know, we get some rest in between. I'm sure the camp was popping. I picked up one thing from official merch. This dope pin, dude. I'm not a pin guy, really, but I had to grab that. I had to have that. Anyway, some things I did pick up in my travels were some stickers. We got the one up there. This super sick New York, you know, our circuit board. We got these two homies vibing. And we got, you know, this because, you know, you are doing great. I was doing great. You were doing great. Some sweet mushroom vibes from some homies. I'm all about the sticker exchange throughout shows and events. And what I would recommend to the Pretty Lights crew is to schedule a sticker exchange event. Now, I know it's fun to roll around and be like, yeah, you know. Trust me on this. The Fish sticker exchange at Mondegreen was a accumulation of positive, giving, loving, sharing energy that was kind of unmatched. Maybe you guys already did that or not, but like having it scheduled, you know, imagine like everyone gathered at the top of the hill 7:30 before Saturday with your own homemade event like Bethel Swirlstock sticker. Trick-or-treating is fun with stickers. Just saying. Anyway, one of my favorites was, you know, one of my things I do now is I ask little favors after shows. Sometimes instead of asking a lot, but I usually just ask for a quick fuck yeah. They give them back. They're on tap usually. And I was doing that and I got this one. And it says, it's kind of hard to read, but it says, fuck them. I didn't want to go to heaven anyway. I think it's kind of funny. You know. All right. Let's get to the show on night 2, baby. We're going early and often. I had a feeling that we'd be hitting the throttle sooner on Saturday than we did on Friday. Friday is like we were like going up a roller coaster for a good chunk of it. And then we started to flow up and down. But we weren't really going and I feel like we started from the top, you know, on night 2. We got some shit that everyone knows all about. Cream Dollar Dollar Bill, y'all, and Nas. We're in New York, and I mean, Nas and good shit. We're getting down. You know. And again, I'm new, so like I see things like How Can You Lose? Apparently that's new. That means maybe only played a handful or once before. And we got Wake Up. And then we got the new, Así es la vida. Now, I think that means first fresh drop, which apparently night 2 was chock full of new shit. No complaints. It was all new to me either way, you know what I mean? And then we got Regular Priority, Road to the Stars, Hurry Up Tomorrow with a little help from my friends. We were all singing along. You know, part of the live music experience is everyone being connected, and when there's songs that everyone can sing along to, even if it's just a few short words here and there, it just brings it just a little bit tighter. And it was sick, let's just say. I'm really enjoying myself set 1. So what happens here in set 2 is I'm like, alright, I haven't done it yet, I need to go down, get down to the 3rd row, scoot inside, and I got a spot. Right there. Way up. So glad I did. And what I learned from this was, this is where I want to be the whole time. You learn though, you know, and that was my lesson learned, was primarily where I want to be is center, close enough so that I can see, screen what they're doing. The sick cube thing in the front with the screen behind it that I didn't even like notice until I got down that close. There's a lot going on visually, but you can feel the reverberations, the vibrations from the bass, from the everything. And I gotta say, multiple times I was like, my ears are gonna get fucked up because I'm so close to the speakers. They didn't hurt. I was around and no one else had earbuds in. No plugs. It was that clean. The sound, A+. So I'm getting there around when, we're talking about rainbows and shit early on in set 2. And Kermit, that frog guy shows up. Now we're talking about reading rainbow theme. And somewhere over the rainbow. So now I have a favorite Pretty Lights thing that has ever happened. That rainbow jam. Feeling it, singing along. I mean, someday you'll find it, the Rainbow Connection. I grew up on Reading Rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow, hit your heartstrings. And that, there's something about being able to get down to the feels. Gotta say. Hats off. Again. Oh, shit. Now we're speaking my language, right? Like, pretty much everything from here on out, I came to the right place at the right time. Because, Dark Star, Dear Prudence, mashup. We're swirled. Dark Star was a prime song to mix. Dear Prudence, beautiful. And of course we go right into Finally Moving, obviously. Shit that I already knew by him. But the way that was done though, I forgot what he was mixing in there a little bit. But a little mustard, a little spice, a little bam! I feel like this group, which by the way, I said it a few times, they remind me of a jam band. They're kind of like an improvisational jam EDM group. They're jamming. Improvisation going on. But part of it is the lights are all of it being like a spinning, scratching. That, I actually saw King Gizzard do some, for the beginning of one of their shows on a video recently, do some techno at the beginning. And I'm like, of course you have to incorporate every aspect of the technology available at your fingertips in order to produce new, different flows of things and combinations of things. And this combination of things, this Pretty Lights live act, the band, just moved up to the top of my EDM ranks. That is a 100% fact. We're not, it's not a contest, but they're just going to get more of my money for tickets in the future than anyone else electronic world. That's all. Yeah, so we're finally moving, you and me. And right around there, he's asking people how they're feeling. I'm yelling, I feel free. I feel free. I was kind of hoping for a little fishy free something. But instead, I got at least I am free, something I didn't know. Surprises, gifts, presents to open throughout. Fucking awesome shit, you know what I mean? And I put a spell on you? You did, yo. That was some magic. Then we got the new shit for the encore. All new shit. All dope. Feeling it. It's different. Vibing with it. We're meditating though at this point down there up front. We're dancing, but it's very meditative. It's about as amazing a vibe at a live show can get, being up in the feel of that. I want more, yo. Considering something later this year, possibly Massachusetts in early December, just because the doability is not too far from me. Anyway, I I wanna end with a few words I heard him say right towards the end before the encore second night. When he's playing a new track, asking if he could and shit. Sarcastic motherfucker. Duh, you can. We want you to. We want. But I love telling him that we want it. Like, yeah! All right, you know, but he said something right after that that resonated big time. He said, in the name of the fine art of music, in fact, we can use the music to work wonders. Let those words settle in, because that's some facts, yo. Wizard level shit going on. That's why this makes sense. And then I'm going to leave you on this note, something he said right at the very end when he was thanking everyone. And he was talking about the love in the air. He said, we can feel you. It's very palpable. It was. I love y'all. Yeah, I hope some, maybe 2, 3 fish people that check my other videos out, check this out, and get the idea of what a Pretty Lights experience is like. And I hope some homies in the Pretty Lights world and anyone just checks out my clips. 25 plus minute videos on YouTube of me rambling about live music because I'm so excited about it and shit. Anyway, I got a lot of love to share. I want to spread it. I feel like this is a fun way to do it. So like, share, subscribe, all the tags and things that I don't like to say but should happen if I want more people to hear and feel some of the energy that I want to throw into a prism and refract as much as I possibly can in every direction. For y'all, for me, for all of us. Peace.